Something's different, everybody. Something's different. Hey, Meredith Lynn. Hey, Tammy. Abigail. Squirrel Girl. Hey, Kelly. MLG. Cliff Ann. Tammy's here. Ellie. Anna Banana. Guys, I found a baby like I found at Target, but this one's just a baby. And it's kind of adorable. And it's very upset. It's quiet. Hey, HC from LBC. Hey, Cassie Mosier. Um, it's a hey Rhonda McNeil. It's a quiet little child, and it's very upset with me right now. Tony's Hooter, because it had its yearly bath, and yeah, Kim is blue. Hey Armine, yes it is Armine. We're very upset right now. We're very yes, rain virus. Hey Liz Tricks. Hey Chrissy Twig. No, I haven't listened to it yet, Zeno. I think you sent it to me last night. Hey, Linda McMillan, Lumen. We're pretty pissed right now. We say, why did you do it? Why did you do it? Hey, Stella. Yeah, Stella, new baby. She's pretty upset. Hey, Purple Groovy. Hey, Jennifer Eber. Yeah, how did she find the time? It's an Easter thing, Kim is blue. I said, the Lord wants it for Easter. It should, thy shall be done. Hey, Truth Seeker, Marie Marion, Angie Moe, Buffy Summers. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Jamie Palmer, I thought of you today. Today is 6 years since my Chihuahua died. Gary. I lost Gary 6 years ago today. And I've been thinking about him all day long. Yeah, this was our first bath in this house. And I'm going to tell you right now, the sink in this house is much smaller than the sink in our old house. It was not quite as easy to accomplish. And my bra is soaking wet. Good thing I'm not wearing a white shirt. Could get saucy. Hey, Nancy Nurse, Mama Smurf. She's pretty upset. Christy Kitts. Hey, Kim Hallman. Old Charlie. Sandy Wandy. I know. We're incredibly upset. You look like E.T. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Well, we're just going to let you dry off in there. Let's try to kind of wipe in between the eyes. Well, you couldn't be more pissed, and I know this. I know this to be true. Once a year. Kevin Conklin. Thank you, Kevin. I'm pretty impressed with myself. Let the judging commence. Hey, Debbie Musto. It is the week of Easter, everybody. Oh, interesting. Reese, I watched your first live today. Wow, we need to chat in the Zoom. My mind was blown. The growth is insane. Hey, Kestrel, maybe we should watch it sometime. I haven't watched it. Thank you, Stella. I have not gone back. I know we talked about it when we were with Tommy, and he was like, we should all go back and watch it. I never did. Thank you for saying that, Stella. I'd even be curious, honestly, about my first show. Well, yes, I know, but it's just something that the Lord wanted. She said, I told you that I didn't have time for it, and I'm pretty upset that you have this on national television. Yeah, Katie did it. That's not a bad idea. How do we watch it together? Oh, I know. Do you still give kisses? Nope. She says, hell no. Catherine B., I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Know that you're probably still in pain, babe, but we love you and still sending prayers and healing vibes to Catherine B., everybody. Buffy watched it. There's a huge difference. Okay, interesting. Bo knows that I have treats in my pocket to give to Lydia when this is, oh, we can't even hold our head up. Look at this. We can't seem to hold our head up. Hey, Teresa. I know, Nancy Nurse. In the Zoom, you can share your screen and play the video. I wonder if we could somehow figure out, hey, Renee B. Thank you, Tammy. I wonder if we could somehow figure out how to play. Can you play that video at the same time? As being live? I don't know how any of that works. I can ask my mods. Old Charlie, they're everywhere. They've been singing a lot. Hey, Care for JC, nice to see you. They're everywhere, old Charlie. Again, those Beatles, they're all over the place. There goes my hero. It doesn't get old. I know, Jen Pookie. It's a lot. Okay, Angie Mo says you can. Buffy, I'm excited for you to be there next Sunday. Guys, the Zoom call is next Sunday. Am I the only comedian in my family? Yes, Purple Groovy, because I'm the only one that was raised by, hey, baby steps. That's okay, baby steps. I understand. I was raised by George Carlin. My whole family was separated at a very young age. So none of us are alike. I'm not like my sister or my mother at all. Hey, Liz Delgado. I have to sneeze. Hold on. It went away. It got shy. The Zoom calls next Sunday. I know Rhonda Frank said she has to work, but I told her we typically do 10 to 12 hours. So I'm assuming hopefully she'll be able to get off of her shift and hop in or beforehand. Hey, Heather. Hey, Mrs. Hunty. Hey, Debbie A. Joanne Hawley. My birthday is on Saturday and you're turning 29. Zenu, happy early birthday. Tomorrow is my mom's birthday. I love that. A lot of Aries in the chat. Okay, Rain, I'll figure it out. I can figure it out, I'm sure. Susie, hey, babe. It can be set up as a premiere and we can all chat. Okay, Kathy Ann did that once, Angie Mo. I think she did that with the New Year's Eve video of me and Tommy from a year ago. Hey, Lisa Vining. Hey, Sassy Savage. King Charles Spaniel puppies. Those dogs are so cute. Oh, I know. She's sitting here shaking. Punky, that's incredibly dramatic. Hey, oh, Susie Q. Jen, those beetles are no joke. You got to suck the poison out. I'm already planning your lunch and dinner and a late night snack for the Zoom call, Lumen. Same with me. I told Liz Tricks that I often bring some sort of a cheese snack. And of course, my almonds that are going out of business. She's pretty upset, Starlina. Yeah, she's pretty upset. Everybody pack your lunches for your Zoom call, people. I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to it every month. It really means a lot to me, that Zoom call. It means more to me. I think it's so, hey, Annette Faber. I say this at the end of our chats here, but I really mean it. And it's my love language. I really mean it. Your time means more to me than anything. So the fact that people spend that much of their day with me, no, Ellie, she won't let me dry her hair. Hey, Diana H, really means everything to me. It means so much to me. So I just want to say thank you again for that. I mean, I say it in the Zoom call every month. You don't have to have this membership. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you cancel your membership. That's not what it's about. But I appreciate it so much. Like, your time means everything to me. You know, your feedback. I know. What does that mean, Jen? I don't know what that means. There's Rhonda Frank right there. Hey, truth seeker. Quality time and acts of service are your two languages. Acts of service was not my two. Hey, December. Rhonda Frank, I just said, I know you have to work during the Zoom call, but I'm hoping that you can pop in either before or after, because we're there for way more than 8 hours. But I don't know. Maybe you work a 12-hour shift. Maybe you work a 10-hour shift. I don't know. I just hope I get to see you. I also love your dog. Oh, Liz, I see. I'm sorry you're having a tough day, Diana H. Yeah, exactly, Sassy Savage. It really is, it's meaningful. I was trying to think for a second about my love language, because I haven't taken that in a long time. I know that I'm quality time. I want to say, I think I'm quality time and words of affirmation, but I was a close third with physical touch. And that is so me. Like, that's probably, I know quality time and words of affirmation were equals when I took that test. And then physical touch was like a close third. Hey, Lionheart, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm happy to see you. Tammy, me too. Oh, you get off at 6? Oh, we'll still be going, Rhonda Frank. I would, it starts at noon, babe. That's, those are rookie numbers. We'll still be going. Hey, Hux. Yeah. Is she inside? Yeah, she wants to. Oh, okay. Thank you, son. Yeah. Thank you. Interesting, truth seeker. Yeah, Lionheart, it's good to see you. So I know it. We're really upset. Should we unwrap your towel? I know. But you smell amazing. You're pretty upset. Yeah, Rhonda Frank, I really would like to see you. So I hope that we can make time for that. Oh, wow. Look at the footy paws underneath. I know, C Dub. Okay, let's see. I think you're good. You feel a little bit more dry. Jelly cats, I know. Punky, guys, once a year, okay? Don't feel too sorry for her. Once a year, damn it. Once a year is not that big of a deal. She got a bath. Oh, wow. Look at the. We're really upset. We feel like a wet mop, and we're really upset about things. Let me ask you this, Punky. Ow. Let me ask you this really quick. Would this make you feel right? Oh, wow. It's interesting that that seems to perk you up a little bit. She seems to be a little bit happier now. I'm really shocked. Happy Easter, and we'll see you later. Bobo, do you want a treaty? Bobo, you want a treaty? Oh, what a. Oh, Bobo. Oh, sit. Sit. Oh, he's a good person, and he's a true scholar, and he went to Yale. Yeah, Sassy, she'll let me brush her later. I'm not going to try to brush her hair wet. Hey, Tampa A. As a mom of 3 daughters, I see you and want the best. Aw, that's so kind. Thank you, Tampa A. It's nice to see you, babe. Thank you, Rhonda Frank. What a great person. He's so gentle too, you guys. Bo, for being as big as he is, Gertie will snap your finger right off. No joke. Bo is so sweet and gentle. I love it. Hey, Michael Malloy Show. I love that, Mrs. Hunty. I feel more comfortable coming out of the bushes and chatting. Let's push that back. Now, since I introduced myself in the Facebook group, I love that. And I'm so glad. I'm really enjoying our new Facebook group, by the way. It's very active. Michael Malloy, thank you for becoming a member. That was so kind. I don't have any more stuff for you, but you're a good person. Oh, and he's so nice. And he eats cat turds, and then he farts out the cat turds. Tampa A, I totally agree. Definitely believe in love and supporting people, not hate. Joanna Arcana, good to see you, babe. That's totally okay. My hair is getting long, Liz. I had it colored, but I didn't have it cut. I really kind of want to grow it out. Hey, Muffet Lou. Lisa Kelson, I love you, girl. Oh, I don't have any more. I don't understand. Yeah, Rain Virus. The thing is, I mean, people can say my name everywhere. And the way I see it is it just must be a slow week, right? I mean, where's my necklaces? Hey, Shelly Kelly. Mods, thank you for being here. Hey, Iwa. Catherine B. Pain has been rough and hard to control, but I'm making it. Yeah, I wondered about that. Hey, Georgia. Catherine, it's just, I mean, you don't need to. Hey, Carrie Wilson, you don't need to be told this. Hey, Tasha P. Just like all probably surgeries. I haven't had a surgery since my C-section, but Randy Pearson, welcome. It's such a the healing process can really, I hope that you're getting something to keep the inflammation down. I'm sure you are, but just know that we love you. Don't overdo it. Don't overtype. I don't know why you think that there's more. There's not more, but you're so smiley. Oh, he's such a good person too. He's so friendly. Hey, Kelly, son, I don't have any more treats in my pocket. You and your sister equally got one. He's like, she got more than I did. I can tell. How many people can fit in a Zoom call? I pay monthly for Zoom, and I want to say you can get up to 100 people on a Zoom call. Georgia says, Reese, I'm changing my diet as I'm bloated so much. The only person I trust watching that's talking about you is Natalie. Okay, Abigail. Well, that's definitely up to you. Good for you, Georgia. I don't know what foods are best for not being bloated, to be honest. I don't really feel bloated a lot lately, but I only eat one meal a day. And then at night, as you know, I spilled the tea on that the other day. I eat my sriracha almonds. I often eat a stick of cheese or something and almonds when I get hungry at night, especially if I'm on the phone. And I do most of my phone calls at night now, especially if they're going to go long. Thank you, Debbie Palm. Rain virus, I understand. You guys know I don't talk about other content creators. I won't talk about other content creators. I don't do that kind of content. I'm not even going to judge people who do. That's just people who choose to create content. Of course, Michael Malloy. And that's their lane, right? Like that's their choice. Hey, New Hope Mickey. I don't feel one way or the other about it. It doesn't affect my daily life, whether someone's creating content about me or somebody I know. Yeah, thank you, Rain. It's not my style. I know that some people would love for that to be my style, and I'm well aware that a lot of people, hey, Dawn, I'm well aware that a lot of people want me to bite back. They want me to fight back. They want to poke, hoping, you get a lot of views when you trash certain people, I guess. And thank you, Georgia. That's so kind. I don't see it as good or bad. It's just, if that's the kind of content, that you decided to create, it's like I say about myself, I have to live with me and I have to die with me. That's a reflection on them. It really is. And here's something I really have talked about lately, and it means so much to me. This is a fact. Hey, Yvonne, peace is incredibly expensive. And that's why people are constantly trying to steal it. Right? I get it, Abigail. But make no mistake, let anybody say whatever they want to say about me. Like I've said 100 times, go say it again. Mix up that recipe and stuff your face with it. Hey, Barbara Waite, it's not my concern what people say or think of me. It just isn't. It just isn't. I stay over here in my lane, and I'm not going to feed energy. They're eating enough of their own shit casserole that they stir up. I'm not going to feed any more to them. I don't know. It's just not my kind of content. It never has been. I don't do hate content. I don't attack other people. I don't bring up other people's lives and swear to know them better than they know themselves. Hey, no one. I didn't watch it. No one. Yeah, old Charlie. I just am so much more at peace and past throwing stones at people, judging people. Why? Because I said so? I mean, we've talked about this at length, but hey, Susie CJ, I'm not going to do a video on somebody else's life, pretend to know more about them than they know about themselves, and then tell them what they deserve, tell them what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing. I ain't my job to judge and attack, even if they're judging and attacking me. Trust me, that makes them look way worse than it does me ever. You can say all the hardest, meanest shit about me. You can't hurt me. You can't actually do anything to me. Hey, Leslie Mosley. Hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. And once I realized that, I was free of it. They can't do anything to me. I mean, what, words? Okay. I got words too. I got songs. So I don't know. I don't feel one way or the other about that anymore. I think I've been through enough mudslinging and Scientology, and I got enough to work through and unpack. I don't really give a shit about, they have no power over me, and they hate it. They hate it. They hate that people still watch me. They hate that I'm not at 2,000 anymore, dropped down to 2,000 subs. Hey, Holly Day. Yeah, Tampa A. They don't have any power over me. And I really realized that recently. Not only do they have no power, they can't hurt me. They're only hurting themselves. Eventually, people look at your content that's all hate and go, I mean, I think so, unless you have people who band together that hate watch. But most of my people in here, they don't want to see that shit every day. It's disappointing. I want to uplift. I want to inspire. I want to work through my own problems. I don't want to work through other people's problems. And I certainly don't want to point out, look what that person's doing over there. I can't believe it. I'm going to fight for all the ladies because Reese talks about her vagina and it should be banned. You're so brave. No one buys that shit. No one cares. Move on. Nothing to see here, people. Hey, Moon Taxi. It is absurd, Renee B. And we roll our eyes at that shit. They can't do anything. They can't do anything. What can they do? Bark, 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 bark. Yap, 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 yap. No bite, no bite, no bite. It's okay, guys. It's perfectly okay. And I've said this. If you're gonna pick someone to target, please, I can take it. I really can take it. Like I'm above it and I can handle it. I really can. It doesn't get to me anymore. You cannot poke holes in me and you're not going to put water in my boat. I won't sink. They don't have any power over me. Lilac Lime, I've never really celebrated Easter much, so I don't know the answer to that. Wait, Stella says, so you're not going to talk shit about anyone and give a huge statement that it's not hate whilst hating? Why not, Reese? Why would you not want that? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm past it. I'm just above that. That's where those people are at. And that's perfectly okay. I'm not trying to shoo them away. There's plenty of room for everybody. I'm not trying to bully people out of their job as a content creator like some people do. No, you can't, Raymond. Nobody can talk shit here. Nope. We don't do hate over here. We don't do hate over here. I will say, though, it's only a matter of time. You know, I know that people like to, well, I took my power back and they're mad about it. You don't have any power over me. You have words. That's not power. I know my worth. You're not going to change that anymore. You won't make a dent in it. I'm way too sure about who I am and where I stand. But I will say, hey, Misfits, I know that people are all about questioning the authenticity of things. And wait, I mean, there's probably going to be a video out pretty soon. I do want to warn you guys. I got a little bit of a heads up about this. They're probably going to put a video out. It's probably going to be coming. And there's nothing we can do to stop it, but just be prepared, okay? You're fine, Abigail. Don't apologize. Bye, Michael Malloy. There's nothing we can do to stop it. However, I saw a team of people who strongly dislike me interviewing a family of chipmunks this morning. And they were out there saying, did she actually save you? Because we don't believe it. She's known to be a liar. And the chipmunk, I don't know what he was saying, but they were like, we just want the truth. So if you don't mind. And then they got Hank Williams Jr. And they were like, did you actually do a singing telegram, sir? Please tell us. And I'm not sure what Mr. Williams Jr. said, but if those chipmunks make up stories, if those chipmunks for 1 second, I swear to God, if they're like, she came into our town and we hate her and she's just this old Midwestern biddy, I'm going to flip out. I saved that little shit's life and I don't care who says I didn't. You saw me in my underwear on camera, okay? What more do we need? Moose will tell the truth. Yeah, if Alvin starts some shit, there will be some shit. I swear to God. I saw them out there. I saw them. And they were like, are you actually singing songs to Reese as she walks to her car? Please tell us. You have the floor, sir. And yeah, little M, you knew it. You knew it. Yeah, Chippendale. I saw their questions. I was like, get off my property. And they were like, this isn't your property. And then they walked up to the bull, Jeff, of course, with a PH. And they're like, sir, can we have a moment of your time before you get sent to the slaughterhouse? Just real quick, we want to know, is Reese trying to ruin what you guys have here? Is she trying to, is she making trouble in the South again? Please tell us. And he said, Reese is a vegetarian, so I have nothing to say. I stand strongly. I support Reese, and that's why I didn't kill her that day, because she doesn't eat meat. So I appreciate that from Jeff the Bull. I just want to say I was really happy. Shelly Kelly, we need a reaction video to the chipmunk interview. Hi, Andy. I love you. I love you, Shelly Kelly, and thank you for your super chat. The interview will be called The Chipmunk Side of the Truth. Yeah. Yeah. Those damn lion-ass chipmunks. Those lying chipmunks. Everybody lies about it. I swear. I saved him. I swear I saved him. Okay? I can show you the hole in my leg from the death beetle. It's easy to judge. Hey, Noreen. It's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. Dylan, by the way, I love Dylan. Understanding requires compassion, patience, and a willingness to believe that good hearts sometimes make bad choices. Dylan is absolutely right. Thank you so much. Who said that? Oh, Andy. Thanks, Andy. Dylan that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So it's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. Didn't John Lennon say something like that? Like, don't hate what you don't understand. People hate what they don't understand, and they're not willing to take a look at it. Understanding requires compassion, patience, and a willingness to believe that good hearts sometimes make bad choices. Dylan is absolutely right, Vicky C. Lady O, yeah, it was a mess. There was a whole news crew, just their own little thing over by the fence, talking to this whole family of fucking chipmunks. I was like, these mother... How to Save a Life. It was unbelievable. Hey, Hope Between the Dreams. I was like, what's next? What are you going to go talk to, what's his name, down at Dollar General? I don't have to prove myself. I know I saved the chipmunk. Okay. I know I did. I have welts to prove it. Jeff is full of bull. That's true, Susan P. We're all flawed. We all make mistakes. I wish these people would just stop and move on. Yeah, but I even don't. Buffy, I'm past that. I don't care. I don't wish anybody would stop. If your thing is to create misdirect, chaos, hey, Frenchie Fab, if your thing is to go in and disrupt things, then keep it up. It shows your character, guys. Hey, Healthy Green Lifestyle, it shows who they really are. That's all. Like, it's perfectly okay. Let them keep doing it. We're staying in our own lane over here. Can you please do the misbehaving song tonight? Just watch Judy do it for the first time. I love that show so much. Mama said not to, but I did it anyway. Misbehaving. I wash my hands to keep away from Satan. Hey, Robin Miners, you didn't miss much. I was just announcing, hey, April Goodson, it's good to see you, babe. Robin Miners, I just said that, get ready. There's probably going to be some kind of a hate video coming out on me. Yeah, Patty Hartman. They interviewed the chipmunks this morning as to whether or not that story was accurate. They wanted to make sure that was true. And, we'll see. I don't know what the chipmunks said. I'm not sure what they said, but we will wait and see what the video says. Hey, Donna Cooper. Patty says, I'm snacking on the Blue Diamond Almond Sriracha, the bold Sriracha now for the first time. And once again, Reese, you know what products and almonds are good? Well, I'm chubby. So, if you want any food recommendations, you should always ask someone who knows how to put it away. You know what I mean? Hey, T. Louise. Yeah, they're asking for the neighbors. I saw them go up and they were asking for the neighbors' Nest Cam. I'm guessing they filed some kind of a report. We'll wait and see. We'll see what the video, I don't know that we'll come back and talk about our side of it again, but that's what happened. Next, they'll be at the flea market asking vendors if they know you. Yeah, absolutely. I don't trust those chipmunks. I saved his life, and now I feel like he's bad mouthing. He's bad mouthing around these parts. Hey, Christy Hughes. Oh my God, it's good to see you, babe. It's Friday on Thursday. Love you, Reese. Love you, Kay Thompson. Thank you for your super chat. Miss Sunrise Dawn, long overdue friendship tax. Am I good for a couple months? This will cover you for the rest of the year. Okay, you do enough for me. Thank you, Alicia. That was very kind of you, babe. Interesting, Truth Seeker. You got your plastic Jesus. I have my tiny Jesus. I have my pocket Jesus. Take a tiny Jesus, put him in your pocket, put him in for a rainy day. I don't know the words to that. Something about rainy day. Take a tiny Jesus, put him in your pocket, blee, 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 blee. You're welcome. We love you, tiny Jesus. Yeah, Susie CJ, that's how I feel. And it's okay. It's okay, girl. Guys, I appreciate you. I missed you too, Christy. I appreciate you caring. Hey, Bumblebee. I appreciate you caring, but the best thing we could possibly do, I know, Rain Virus, I know you do. Take a tiny Jesus, put him in your pocket. Blee, 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 blee. I appreciate it. Hey, Kazri, I appreciate it so much, guys. I know who my real friends are. I know where I stand with myself. I know where I stand with my real friends. So don't worry about me. It's okay. Like, let them say whatever they're going to say. They can't hurt me and they can't hurt you. They just can't. Just because you have a YouTube channel or an account over on some other platform doesn't make you an expert on anything. It's called the National Enquirer. And this has been going on for, according to LRH, 76 trillion years. So we're going to deal with it just fine. What is the topic today? I love you too, T. Louise. Thank you for saying that. And only Lydia and the Lord can judge. And Rhonda Frank, that is all that matters. Thank you, Truth Seeker. So I just realized I haven't eaten anything yet today, and it's 5:03. Good God. People notice that drama gets them the most views, so they got to keep stoking that fire for subs and views. Killy Billy, it does. And you don't, you see me dropping. My views haven't dropped, but my subs are dropping. I'm not partaking in drama. So if that means I have to lose another 10,000 people, I guess that's what it means. I understand, Susie CJ. Yes, Christy Hughes. I appreciate that. That's cool, Yvonne. Gangster chipmunks and a Krim Aussie beetle. Yeah, Sassy Savage, you just can't trust anybody. Hey, Franklin MC. Raymond, I couldn't tell you that off the top of my head. That's amazing now. So today's topic, I don't really have a whole topic for you. I almost didn't go on today. The truth is, I may not be here tomorrow because tomorrow's my mom's birthday. By the way, I hope she's not watching. She never watches me. I went to Trader Joe's today. I was like, fine, I'm going to go see. I bought her some flowers at Trader Joe's. Hey, Viggy Cat. It is from you, Armine. It's from you. That's from you. My lawyer friend, Denise, hanging in Vermont. Chilly here. Hope you're all well. Good to see you, Denise. I love you. Knock, knock. Ma'am, we have a report. Oh, my God. It's a police report, Kevin. We have a report from a credible front group saying you have assaulted a chipmunk while in your undergarments. That's what they asked me this morning. Kevin, are you in on this? Because that's what they asked me at first. And then they went over and questioned Alvin. So kind of weird that you know that, Kevin. It's kind of weird. But that's what they said. They said, oh, my God, we filed a police report. And I said, no way. Unbelievable. I'm known for that. It's so cute, Armina. Hey, Lean. That's cute, Jelly Cats. Thank you so much, Christy Hughes. I love it when people gift memberships. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Rhonda Frank. Truth Seeker says, you will rebuild with the right people for you. Relationship builders build relationships with the right people. That's the most important. I've always said it's quality, not quantity. So I don't ever mind when it comes to the numbers. I really don't. Hey, Linda Perales. Hey, Donna. You're loved by me and many others. We know the truth, and that's you. You are the truth, and continue taking responsibility for what you need to work on. Randy Pearson, that is true. And I believe that that is not an easy thing to do, to self reflect. I stay in my lane about that, but at the same time, I pay attention much more lately to that kind of a thing. If you just play the blame shame game, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else about you. The country cops will come disarm me. No, they're kind of on my side now, Sassy. I've made friends. I've made some friends. Today's topic, what was I saying? Oh, I went to Trader Joe's real quick. The place was a zoo. I got my mom flowers. I got the important things. I got some frozen vegetable fried rice. Kind of wanted to try that. It also may be that I haven't eaten yet today, so don't let that fool you. I got some smoked sliced Gouda cheese. I got a weird hummus, and then I forgot to get pita bread, so that's lame as hell. I don't know what I'm going to eat it with. I got like a crunchy chili and onion hummus, and I thought because I'm single, I can do this. Like I'm not gonna blow it up with anybody. Like I feel really bad when I went to drop off Bo the other morning. I don't even want to admit this. I drove to the vet. I understand, Christy. I drove to the vet. I didn't do anything. Like my hair was so disheveled. Hey, witness Vernon, I was so out of it, tired that morning. I did not sleep that night. It was a bad night and I felt really bad. I didn't even brush my teeth. Like I should have put on a mask. I feel really bad. I went in there to check him in. I was like, hi, we have an 8:00. We're dropping him off at 8. I was like, my breath was barking. I was like, why did I do this? Can you live stream on your mom's birthday? Absolutely not. No, but thank you for asking, Vernon. So I got her some, you mean like with my mom in it? No, I don't think she would want to do that. I got her some flowers. Again, I got myself some hummus. If there's any other recommendations that you feel I need from Trader Joe's, please don't be shy about that. And I don't have much of a topic. I probably won't stay on too long today, but the real thing I was thinking about is exactly what Dylan was saying. Hey, DS Kitty Diane. Welcome, babe. Cookie butter. I've had their cookie butter. I did not buy any today. No, I've had it though. It is good. I don't know what I would eat that with. Like, I don't think I would get it, but I love hummus too, Rhonda Frank. I'm a huge hummus fan. I love it. I'm excited to try this one, but I forgot to get some pita bread. That sucks because I love Trader Joe's pita bread. Today's topic, Eric, welcome, Eric, is exactly what Dylan said. Isn't it what, Sophia? Oh, shit. Graham crackers would be good. Kazri, it doesn't really have a meaning. A lot of my live stream titles, hey, Caitlin T, a lot of my live stream titles are just songs, lyrics from songs. And this is from a Cyndi Lauper song. We have no past. We won't look back. Blee, 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 blee. And then she goes, until it ends, there is no end. And it's true. Until it ends, there is no end. There is no end. They can't get to us, guys, because there isn't an end till it's done. And even then, we're going to see each other in the afterlife because I'm probably going to be I think I'm going to the 9th circle of hell, if I recall. And I think that's where I'll be. And I guarantee you a few of my pals will probably be there with me. Tracy, I almost bought that and I didn't. Muffet Lou. Yeah, Auntie Janet. Hey, Claire with an I. Love Claire with an I. I met her in person. I hugged her in Seattle. Guys, so anyway. No, Yvonne, it's like in a jar, like peanut butter. I've been reflecting on, I'm trying to think. This is almost like one of those deals where I kind of have the concept, but I don't have the words. Yes, Caitlin, I take medication for diabetes, but thank you for saying that. Hey, Annie Strews. Love you, Annie Strews. The things that we've done. And I want to know, I actually want to get your feedback on this. I've been reflecting a lot on there's some things I can't talk about right now, like I said, that I'm like really working toward. How do you guys feel about where you're at? Like, I've been thinking like this. Let me see if I can put it this way. I should have thought this through before I did a stream about it, but actually, these are the best kinds when I don't know where it's going to go. And I typically never know. Sometimes I have more of a full way of how I want to put it. How do you feel if you knew you were going to die soon? This is dark, I realize, okay? If you knew, I love that. Those are just things you've done, not who you are. If you knew that your expiration date was coming soon, and it may be, none of us know, right? Are you good with you? Does that make sense? And of course that's a long answer. Like, and maybe you don't have an answer. But I have been reflecting on that about me. I'm like, am I good with me? Like, even currently, like, is there, I really work, I love these answers I'm saying. I really work toward bettering myself, like unpacking the things I've done. But there are some things that we've done that we have to live with. And I've been thinking about that. And I have met a lot of people. And hey, Brittany, some people are incredibly not self aware. And I don't know that if I'm one of them or not. I'd like to think that I am more and more self aware, but I honestly still like I carry things around that I've done and I've apologized for. And I'm talking about years and years and years ago, nothing recently. Yeah, like unfinished business. Well, thank you, Caitlin T. I like people, Muffet Lou. I like people who are self aware. And I really gravitate toward people now who want to be better, who recognize that they can always improve, who recognize that, hey, Brigida, love you, April, that are thankful for what they have, the gifts that they have. Thank you, Muffet Lou. Hey, Wisconsin Barb. Interesting, Yvonne. I like that. I love that too, Liz. I'm happy with myself now, but I still have areas I want to work on. Not perfect, just forgiven. I've carried things around that took a long time for me to let go of. I know that about you, Buffy, and I appreciate you saying that. And see, to me, that's very self-aware. I'm very self-aware. It amazes me how many people are not. Yes, never go to sleep on an argument. Say sorry and I love you in equal measure and trust. God's got me. Yes, I love that, Bumblebee. Marissa Martin. Bye, Kestrel. Yes, Figgy Cat, we can always improve. I'm not happy with myself, but want to work on myself. I love that. I love that for you, Jelly Cats. Hey, Sweet Liberty. I love that, Donna. I think about that stuff a lot. Like, what? Let me look at something. I got to look at a note. Oh, man, if I can find this. We talked about this. I've made so many damn notes at this point, but it was a good one. Hold on. Here it is. Made me think of it. I'm very self-destructive by nature, and it's something I'm working on. Good for you, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. I'm stuck through no fault of my own, but I trust that God is in control, so I'm content. Abigail, I love that. So much has happened since my mom's death that I am not sure anymore, to be honest, but I know I am a good person with a good heart and try to give myself grace when I club up. Hope between the dreams. I'm sorry that you lost your mom. I really am. But I loved that answer. You're welcome, Ghostwriter. Hey, Shards of Words. Wow, Chrissy Twig. I can live with everything I've done. I'm not proud of it all, but I know I live my life without intent to harm others. I'm also okay with dying, but I'm always trying to be good while still here. Brittany, that's probably exactly what I would say right there. I feel exactly the same way. I think that's a beautiful thing. Flub up. I figured. Hope between the dreams. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. I love that. The effect that we have on others is the most valuable currency there is. I reflect on that a lot. I want to be cool with me and I want to be like, I don't want to reach externally for validation or your approval because I don't need it. Not anymore. Way less than I ever did, right? Like, that's really, really changed and shifted for me as long as I'm good with me. But at the same time, my relationships matter to me big time in my life at this point. And that's how I want to reflect before I die. That the effect that I had on others was a good thing. And that I was self-aware and that I was apologetic when I needed to be, and that I didn't hurt anybody intentionally. And the people that I did hurt, I really try to apologize for. Like, those things are more important to me than anything. That's what matters to me these days. Hey, T. Louise, just had a scare with colon cancer. Wow. But I am secure in my faith, so I wasn't scared going into surgery because I knew I would either wake up here or wake up in heaven because I'm forgiven. That's a beautiful thing. See, that's the kind of those are the kind of people right there. I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us, and I hope that you're okay. I'm glad that you woke up from surgery, and I hope that they got it. But I love that. She's sure either way. She's good either way. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for your super chat. I love this too, Truth Seeker. We can only do our best and correct our errors if necessary, apologize for mistakes, and do good deeds. That's absolutely true. That quote hits home, Reese, because two people close in my life have explained how much communication style is a bit too assertive, aggressive. I used to not care, and now I do, trying and to change. I love that, Caitlin T. It matters. It matters. Like, the effect that we have on others matters. Now, to me, hey, solo traveler, people are talking about you and making you famous. Beautiful. I love that. Thank you. It matters. And there's a big difference here because at the same time, it matters because I want to do good in this world. I want to help people. But at the same time, Yvonne is right. Just be kind. It's not hard to be kind, and people try so hard not to be. It's harder to be hateful. Honestly, it is. But yeah, Muffet Lou, I was a people pleaser. I'm just not so much anymore. I'm good with me. But the thing is, you still want to have, like, I want to leave this world knowing I had a good effect on others, because the first part of my life, I didn't. And I know what both sides feels like. I know what it feels like to burn and hurt people. I love that, T. Louise. Yeah, Truth Seeker. I know what it feels like to hurt people intentionally. We all know when we hurt people intentionally. I love it when people try to not take accountability. I don't know how you read all these messages and carry a conversation and remember that it's insanity to me. You have severe ADHD. Caitlin T, it's easy for me for some reason. You know when you did something wrong. Like, don't try to hide behind, I'm trying to help people by doing this. Don't try to hide behind, I didn't realize, oops. You know when your intentions are not good. Thank you, T. Louise. Thank you, Debbie A. And you know when you're kind and you know when you're not kind. So, like, I know when I hurt people. I'm very aware of my memories of intentionally trying to hurt people. There's a big difference. I can't think of a time where I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to." You know what you did to people. You know what you do to people. You know what your own intentions are. And while that quote, no truth seeker, I've never taken that. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. There's a difference to me at this point on that quote. The effect, I want to have an inspiring, I want to leave with knowing that I helped people, that I made a positive impact. I really do, on me and you. It's important too to fill your own cup. And I'm learning that. I can't help everybody if I'm not helping myself to be a better person, to be stronger to my core, to know the foundation I stand on, to know that I'm good with me no matter what happens. Right? Again, like that TikTok thing or whatever reel I showed you the other day that said, you never know if someone's going to hurt you, hate you, betray you. You'll never know that. What you have to be prepared for is to be okay with it when that happens. You have to be okay and deal with it. Like, you have to know you can deal with it. You'll never know. That's fine, Abigail. Bye. You'll never know if somebody's going to, hey, Mags, make a hate video about you, stab you in the back at work, lie about you, cheat on you. We never know. Our closest people may betray us, but you have to be good with you if that happens. You have to be strong enough to know, I will be able to take care of myself. I will be, yes, you can only control your actions. We know this. But a lot of us live in fear, worrying about that. And I know that I say us because I get private messages from people a lot. I am learning how to let go of that fear and know no matter what happens, I'll be fine. I'm good with me. I know I didn't retaliate. I know I didn't hate. I know I don't have hate in my heart. I know I didn't try to hurt anybody. I know I'm not trying to steal from people. Like, you can say all those things. It's a reflection on your character, not mine. And if you were smart, you'd work on your own self to strengthen that core instead of pointing and barking at everything and pointing fingers and look at what that person's doing. Never mind about me. That's not the people I want to surround myself with. You have to, I was talking to somebody about this today. You have to have tough skin to be on YouTube. My friend today goes, I could never do what you do. Like, the attacks you get, the people that lie about you, who stretch the shit out of the truth, who take things out of context. And I said, it doesn't faze me at all. And she was like, I don't know how you do it. You know how I do it? Because I'm okay with me. Most of these people are total strangers who don't know me, but they're somehow experts on me. Anybody who thinks for themselves will look at that and go, wait, do you even know her? Oh, but you have the facts. Sure. Okay. Noise, bark, noise, bark. Yeah, move on. True, Buffy. Now, that quote, though, oh my God, Kestrel, that's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. That's amazing, Gina E. That's so cool. Let us know how you're doing. Reese, that's a great question. Does it at all? Hey, Angel K. Pamela, hey, babe. Thank you for being a member. Does it at all ever make you cry? Pamela, thank you, babe. No. No. Cry? No. In order to make me cry, I have to pretty much, like, you can't attack me to where I'm going to cry. I'm a crier for sure, but people who make me cry typically, hey, Anna, are the ones who know me. Like I have to be affected. Thank you, Mags. Oh, I don't worry about people following the hate. And even if they do, this isn't a cult. You do what you want. No judgment here. Okay, Claire with an eye. I will say I don't think it's ever made me cry. I have to cry because of a situation between us, like Tommy, like that kind of a thing. Tommy broke my heart more than anything. People who don't know me, who are spreading lies about me, that's not going to make me cry. That makes me roll my eyes. Now, in the beginning, yeah, it got to me, but it frustrated me. I started questioning it. I started chasing that snake. I was like, but why? They don't even know me. Why are they doing this to me? I don't waste time on that. There is no reason to question it. That's just who they are. That's their content. That's their character. Like they live and breathe and eat and sleep on that shit. And again, stuff your face with it. Paint it into a really nice, hateful picture and hang it on your wall. Go do it again. Like I don't see it the same way I used to see it. It doesn't bother me anymore. Like so much so that I'm like, keep doing it. I'm not even trying to get you to get out of here. Like, please go make money on that. If that's what you want to make money on, I mean, somehow I'm the grifter, but if your content is hate and you make money on that, cash in. I'll just be over here eating Fig Newtons. I try to be kind to people to a fault, but I've been burned a lot. I know you have. So I find peace and purpose in my animals. They make me want to do and be better. I knew that too. And Brittany, thank you for sharing that. I do too. You and I are a lot alike, Brittany, I think, in how we think. And I agree with you on that so much. Thank you for your super chat, babe. I have to say you outshine those foxes. I do. Pamela, I really do. Hey, Trixie, we outshine over here. That kind of shit I don't even trip up over it anymore. I just don't. But you do have to have thick skin to be, I feel like, pretty much anywhere on a social media platform. There's this really cute guy. Hey, Mimi, that I follow on the reels. He's so cute. I don't know who he is. He does these silly videos. He's like, oh, hey, do you want to hear another interesting fact about if you're dating? Like he gives dating advice. He's like easy to love. He's not hurting anybody. He's like, guys will do this. And if he's ghosting you, this is what you should do. And he's just a cute, like lighthearted dude. I flipped through at like 2 a.m. the other night on one of his reels. And he was like, hey guys, this is going to be my last video. Like his face totally was changed. And he was like, I'm just getting too much hate. He was like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm just getting too much hate. And I was like, that guy is getting hate? Like, it's not just me, people. I'm not special. A lot of people do. But you have to be able to stand the heat. And the only reason I know how to stand it anymore is I realized it's an equation. It's just a recipe they're following. It's words and it's noise, and they can't hurt you. They can't do anything to you. They can't make me take my channel down. They can't come get me arrested. They can threaten and bully. That's all they can do. That's all they know how to do. I don't give a shit about that. That's fucking noise. I don't care. To be honest, like they're babies. No bite. There's no bite. How many times have we had a truth bomb that was going to drop on me? Where is it? Like, it just doesn't matter anymore. Even if someone comes out with something, we will survive. We will survive. Okay. We'll still be here. I promise. Weak people hate. They do. They're weak. It's weak bull bait. Hey, Alana. That's what it is. I have been training for this shit my whole life. It's a weakness. It's a lot of weak. Anyway, every YouTube channel receives hate, and that's true. How you deal with it is what matters. But back to this really good quote. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. That's a fine line because I no longer dance for people. You no longer pull the strings when it comes to me. I don't look for external validation. I don't need other people's opinions anymore. I don't seek approval or validation anymore. So I want to have a good effect on others, but it's a fine line because you don't want to worry about it either and go, oh no, I didn't hurt your feelings. So like, that's how I used to think. It was like my nervous system was constantly just like, like fight or flight, because I was like, uh-oh, I don't fit in, do I? I'll just slink out of the room. Like that's how I constantly felt in Scientology. And I don't feel that way anymore. I can be here just as much as you can be here. I have every single right to be here just like everybody else. I'm not going to feel less than, and I'm not going to feel like I'm bullied out of here. I can be here too. I have a right, and I will be. And I bring something to the table even. Promise. I promise I do. I'm a good friend to have. Hey, Rocks in a Box. Good to see you, babe. Thanks for the laughs, love, and friendship. Pamela, you're an angel. Thank you, babe. That's such a nice thing to say. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for your super chat. That's really nice. T. Louise, you've grown so much and past relationships have taught you good lessons. Yes. Thank you, Angel K. No, I'm not. Shards of words. Drama addicts, Donna. And I think with probably thank you, Yvonne. I think that people don't realize they're addicted to drama. I think social media is good and bad, and I think it's bad in that sense. It's similar to people who I feel like are addicted to watching the news. Like I can't watch it. It's depressing. And I think that people get that way with social media. It's like a soap opera, like spill the tea. No, we don't do that over here. Like, I just don't have time for that. We're better than that. I don't want to sink down into that. There's no good that comes from that, guys. I promise there's no good that comes from that. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm only 40. Like, I'll let you know in 40 more years. But I've hung out with enough older people that drama and hateful talk about people is not where it's at. You're not going to get any kind of, you're not going to be humbled by that. You're not going to grow from that. Self-reflection and getting good friendships is where it's at. Like growing, knowing that you can always learn more. I'm not preaching here, but this is what I'm learning. This is what works for me. But I want to have a good effect on people, but I also don't want to worry about what people think of me. And I don't think I have to worry about it. I'd love that, Mrs. Hunty. I think I don't have to worry about it because I know I'm a good person. I'm solid in who I am, and I'm solid with God. Even though that relationship is new, yeah, totally, Lumen. Even though that relationship with God is new, I feel very solid about it. I do. Give us dirty laundry. We can do the innuendo. We can dance and sing. Yeah, I'm not dancing for anyone anymore. Caitlin T, I've watched you from the beginning with Aaron. Reese, due to your honesty and self-awareness. Thank you, Caitlin T. That's really nice of you. I appreciate everybody who's been with me since the beginning. Thank you, Anna. I support you, Reese, 100%. Higher vibrations, happier life, Donna. Bingo. We are on a higher vibe here. We just are. Hey, Kat. I do sing for you every day now. I kind of like it. Kind of makes me, I almost said a Scientology term. That was weird. I said it in my head and then I stopped myself. I almost said it brings me up tone. I still say Scientology words in my head. I have to. There's no one to have that conversation with. So I sometimes say it. It brings me up tone. It brings me up the tone scale. Drama, trauma, and chaos is for narcissists and their enablers. I stay clear of those. I mean, anybody who's doing self-work, isn't going to sink down into that. And those are the only kinds of people I want to be around anyway. I don't want to hang out with people. I don't want to hang out with people who, like, let's put it this way. If I had a friend who was really nice to me, but was like, ugh, I hate her. Ugh, I hate him. Such an asshole. Like, that's a red flag. I identify that now as a red flag because I'm like, what are you saying about me? Also, you're so negative. Like, there's nothing wrong with complaining. I complain to my friends, but I'm interested in going up. Like, I don't want to punch down. I don't want to be like, did you hear about that asshole? I mean, like, I could really tear down Tommy and I won't even do that. Right. Like, I don't even want to do that to him. I don't even want to be hateful toward my father. Like, I just have no interest in being harmful. I don't want to do it. I did it a long time in Scientology. I don't want to do it. And they're trying to get me to be, right? I get a lot of messages from people who are like, man, they are fucking with you hard. Like, they are trying so hard to just poke, death by 1,000 paper cuts. And I am like, where? Like, I don't even pay attention to it. They can try all the fucking way home. I don't even see it anymore. It is not even in my peripheral view. It's way in my rear view. I don't see it. I mean that. I don't. They are wasting a lot of time, precious time. Hey, Kat, I'm behind the times because I haven't been able to catch the streams as often, but I've been here since the start and I love you, Reese. I love you too, babe. I love that you're here working on yourself. It helps me work me. I love that, Kat. I get that from a lot of people, and that's why I keep going. To be honest, that's why I keep going. There's almost 400 people in here. We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. And people who want to work on themselves. And I think that's a beautiful fucking thing. Hey, Liz, the older you get, the more you realize that your time and energy is limited, and it's more rewarding to love and positively impact others. Yes. Drama has no place in my life. And this is why Liz is such a close friend of mine. Liz is a perfect example of someone who like doesn't even dip her toe in that shit. It is possible, you guys. It is possible to go through life and stay above it. I will not dip down into that shit anymore. I won't. They can say whatever the fuck they want. I mean it. Say it again. Say it 10 more times. I mean, keep doing it. Keep doing it till it's right in your heart. I don't care. I refuse to take part in that shit. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for your super chat. And it's so true for you. I believe that 100%. Reese, hey, Mary's Gemini Mind. I rewatched your hero video with my 19-year-old daughter. We were laughing so hard. You're welcome, girl. That was a funny one. What they're doing is gross and pathetic. Yeah, but that's the good news. We see that. They're not even trying to hide it. That's their character. It shows who they are. That shows where they're at. That shows if that's how you treat strangers on the internet, imagine how much cleanup they need to do in their own life, personal, privately. Like, guys, that's all we need to see. You just move on. We don't name call. We don't do anything. We just go, oh, wow. That person needs to, yeah, that's not anything I want to be around. You know, they need some help. They want your attention. Yes, they want it bad. Thank you, Mary's Gemini Mind. That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Aaron and Austin, where'd you get those cute yellow tails? I love checkers. I am addicted to checkers. I got these years ago. World Market, girl. And I think they still have them. World Market. I love their bathroom stuff. I used to have one right by my house in Kansas City. I was always like, Jeff, I'll be back. I'm running to World Market. I'm drinking a Blackberry Canadian, Reese. Well, now you're going to get a lot of hate, girl. That $2 isn't cheap, but they're delicious. Boundaries are not hate. It is self-care, Ewa. That's so true. Hey, Mousy. It feels like a lot of people expected clout and attention from being in Reese's chat. They didn't get it, so they left angry and none of us noticed. Nothing's funnier than when someone like throws a fucking fit, like a tantrum, and no one notices. Like, that's such a waste of a tantrum, but it's happened to all of us and it sucks. People are like, what happened? You're like, you didn't see that I threw a fit? No. Be big. Being the bigger person is sometimes hard. It's much easier these days, though. Your wisdom is helpful for me as well. Thank you, Angel K. Yeah, Kestrel, I know that. I love that, Linda McMillan. I agree, Liz Tricks. I'm 68 and have come through having breast cancer 2 years ago. I appreciate everyone and every day even more. That is beautiful, Linda McMillan. And we are so happy that you came through the other side of breast cancer. That's huge. I love that. And especially people who have been through something life altering like that, cancer, an accident, just any bad news. I always get disappointed when they don't reflect on that and they continue and don't make changes. I don't want to be disappointed in people's behavior too much because that's on their side of the fence and there's nothing I can do about it anyway. But I always think, what a missed opportunity, that you went through that. God winked at you, you made it through, and you still choose that kind of behavior. It's a bummer. It's a missed opportunity. Hey, Tina Mays. It's okay though. I mean, again, that's their choice. I know I'm grateful, especially this past week, trying to heal from my fall. You and this community have really helped keep me sane. Joanne, I hope you're doing good, and I hope I haven't made you laugh too hard, girl. I'm sorry if I did. Thank you for your super chat, and I hope that you're healing. I love you, Joanne. Thank you for that. Yeah, I stay out of it too. Sometimes I do let it affect me for a bit. My boyfriend's stepmother has had some of the worst things anyone has ever said to me, and I just stop responding. That's really smart. You have to protect your peace. And if that's what that means, that's what that means. I've learned that too. Like I've learned that too, that it's not worth it to go back and forth. When you're not accomplishing anything and you can tell the person's just being ugly to be ugly, when you're making headway and when you're not. That's so smart. Protect. You have to self-protect at that point. Like doesn't matter how they react, you have to protect yourself. Rain virus. Rain, Gary died 6 years ago today. My Chihuahua. I know I already said that in the beginning, but Rain, I know how you feel about Chihuahuas. And Gary was so special. He was 12. He died of congestive heart failure on my chest 6 years ago today. And then Fred died 3 days from now. 6 years ago today, I woke up, my Chihuahua died. And then my husband died 3 days later. Neither one of them did I expect to go. It was wild. It's always a weird time for me when I reflect on this day. Thank you, Michael Malloy. Pamela, it brings me up the tone scale too. You've been so uplifting lately. You are so right with God these days. Please don't think you need to get a religion. Keep doing what you are. That's such a nice thing to say. You make a really good point there, Pamela. Like, I don't doubt that. And I am very grateful for my gifts recently. And I mean gifts like he did, Caitlin T. Yeah, he had bad teeth. He did. My gifts from God, I feel very like gifted by God lately. And I told you, I've been praying for peace. And I think by gifting me peace, that opens a whole other bag of gifts. Like peace brings on even more. Peace opens up the floodgates, right? Once you have peace in your life, you start to really realize all the things that you have that you're grateful for. And a lot has changed, right? In the last year and a half that I've had this channel, a lot has changed. And it's been kind of a whirlwind. Yes, Muffet Lou. And there's been a lot of losses and wins, right? But I feel very much at peace lately. And I appreciate you saying that, Pamela, because I think when you are right with yourself, and being right with yourself is a gift from God. And I cannot tell you, thank you for your super chat, how good it feels to not be shaken by all the things that used to shake me, if that makes sense. Like it feels so good to go, no matter what happens, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm right with me. It doesn't matter. No matter what happens, I'm good with me. That is an unshakable feeling. I have to be honest. Like it's a kick-ass, Reese, you're kicking ass and taking names. It's just a beautiful thing to be solid with yourself, but also have a bunch of people that have you. They have you. And you can lean into them and they can lean into you. You can rely on them. I have an army of people. Don't think I don't know that. And most of you guys are it. Don't think I don't know that. I am so grateful for all of the people I've met through this channel and all of the friends I've made. That's where I feel solid and whole. I do not need a man. to make me feel that way. I've never had a man really make me, again, Fred is always excluded. Fred made me feel very different about myself. He gave me a lot of courage and confidence. But outside of Fred, I've never had a guy make me feel whole. Really, most of the guys I've been with just make me question myself more. Because why? They're like, you're kind of too much. You're kind of not enough here. And then you start questioning yourself, dissecting yourself. This is the best time of my life right now, being alone, because I don't have to listen to anybody questioning me. And I sure as shit am not going to listen to any specific person who doesn't even know me hating me, questioning me. Like I give a shit about some stranger and what their attitude is toward me, right? Me too, Caitlin T. Fred did love me unconditionally. That was the first person that loved me unconditionally. And thank you, Michael Malloy. Far from it, but thank you. Yeah, Sassy. I'm also proud of the people in our community that have taken crap and stayed. It is. You guys get attacked too. I'm sure. I'm sure you do. Everybody seems to get attacked. And I mean that one. Hey, Mary Barons. I say that every time before we end the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. It means everything to me. For 400 people to sit here with me for an hour or 2 hours, that's a fucking gift. It's a gift. A relationship with God is very important, Heather, and I feel that way too. I believe that too, Caitlin T, being alone, and I hope I do attract the right guy. I really hope that I meet a really great guy. And if I do, like the most important thing I hope that we can do for each other is be very supportive as far as like lifting each other up. That's what Fred did for me. Like Fred was like, you're going to do great things. He said that to me. You're going to walk streets of gold. Like Fred was sure of me. That's what I want again. I want someone who's very sure of me, that I don't have to be afraid around, that I don't have to worry about it's going to pull the rug out, that I'm not sitting there going, well, that was a red flag, but I guess I'll just overlook that. No, none of that. I'm not going to settle for any of that. Because I know that I bring really good things to the table, especially in a friendship or a relationship. I do. And I will just stay single if I can't have that. And I'm okay with that too. I'm at peace about being single. I don't have a problem with that. But it's so true. You will attract guys that know you don't allow the bullshit. You did let in before. And if those guys come around, you'll see it and X them out immediately. 100%. Caitlin T, that's so true. And I'll do it in a very kind way, but I'll just say, hey, like we're just not clicking. I appreciate it though. It was really nice meeting you. Like I will absolutely cancel that out immediately. How did he propose? Love to listen to your stories. It wasn't anything big. Like Jeff had a big, cool proposal. I loved the way Jeff proposed. It was so romantic. Please reject kindly, Rain. Thank you, Viggy Cat. I'm going to take a drink. Oh, my stomach is growling so loud. I haven't eaten today. Thank you, Hope Between the Dreams. Fred didn't propose in any kind of special romantic way. We were in his apartment and he just said, you know, he had mentioned wanting to marry me before, but he asked me one day and he just said, I really want to marry you. He said, would you marry me? And I'll never forget where we were standing and when it happened. And I was like, really though? I said, do you really want to get married? And he said, Ellie, he was 94. And he said, you're the love of my life. I think he said, you're the love of my life, kid. He called me kid. And I always, when Fred would say that to me, because he would say that, sometimes he said it, and it always didn't sit well with me because I was like, oh, I feel like that's disrespectful to his previous marriage. He was married for 72 years to Jenny. And I always felt like that's hurtful. But I know that he didn't mean it that way, and he spoke so sweetly about her. He always spoke so sweetly and their life together. So he was never disrespectful about his wife. And so I know that he didn't mean it that way, but I also believe him. Those were his last words. Those were his last words, his last two sentences. He looked at me and said, "Nobody's ever going to love you as much as I do." And then he looked past me and he said, "Tell Reese she was the love of my life." And that's all he said. He never spoke again. So I know he meant it and I know he felt that way. And he wanted to marry me. And I thought, of course I said yes. Like, of course I wanted to. I would have married Fred way before that. But I was fearful of how that was going to be taken by people. I was fearful of that. And we already got, I mean, I knew what people thought of our relationship. There were some people who were very supportive. Not everybody knew either. We pretty much kept it under wraps. Like I wasn't not out in public, but I didn't like flaunt it. I posted it all over Facebook. I mean, like I had pictures of us everywhere all the time. What's that about? Who is that? I don't know. I'll have to answer her in a little bit. I don't know what she means. Sorry. That's my it was a friend that doesn't usually text me. That freaked me out. Um, yeah, Joanne Hawley. I think I took that "You're the love of my life." I think I took it the wrong way. And I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have ever taken it the wrong way. But I know what he meant now. I know what he meant by that. And yeah, Caitlin T, I still like old men, but honestly, when I do date again, I am going to come down in age. I don't want to date anyone over 60 probably, only because I love old men. I'll always be attracted to old men. I would it's a thing. But to be honest, this sounds terrible, but it's like rescuing, "Hey Joe, an old dog." It's where I'm at right now with Gertie. I can hardly talk about it without crying. She's getting old and like she gets confused now and she can't hear as well and like I know what's coming. And so I don't want to put myself through that. It was really hard losing Fred. And I don't want to start dating someone who's 70 and then we have a good 10 years together and then they start dying, right? Like, I'm not saying everybody dies at 80, but I worked in senior living, guys, right? So, yeah, Abigail. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but I would like to have, yeah, Caitlin T. How old is Gertie? I think she's 11 or 12. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, but she's getting up there. She doesn't have any health issues, but like I was crazy about my chihuahua who died on this day today. And it was really rough for me. And then to lose Fred 3 days later and just to watch her now getting old, and I don't like the idea of thinking of life without her. But it happens, right? Ask Jamie Palmer. It happens, and it's really heartbreaking. And yeah, I just I kind of want to be able to date someone that I can be with for at least like 20 years. I've never been in a relationship for that long, and that's kind of a goal of mine. My first marriage was 10 years, and good for you, Judy Lee. And that was quite an accomplishment. And I honestly would love to be with someone um, for a long time, happily, like dating and best friends and that kind of stuff. I think it's really an exciting thought if I could find that person, if they can find me. So, but yeah, I don't, I don't know. I will never regret what I had with Fred. Fred absolutely saved my life in so many ways. Yes, it is, Angie Mo. It is it changed my life. Fred changed so many things, but as far as getting married, I was going to say this and then I got trailed off track, lost track. Um we didn't share that with a lot of people that we had got married. We did not share that. I knew how judged we were going to get for that by the people that knew us. Again, it was funny going out in public. Like when we were dating, you guys know this. When we were dating, we'd go out to eat and someone would come up to us and go, "Oh, is he your grandpa?" And I would go, "No, he's my great grandpa." And Fred would just go, "Oh, damn you, girl." Like we just laughed. We laughed all the time. Like it was funny. We made jokes about it. Like we had the best humor together. Fred made me laugh all the time. So I don't regret any of that, but I don't remember what I was going to say about the marriage thing. Oh, even like I told him, I said, I don't know that I want to tell everybody we got married, Fred. I kind of just want to leave it. Did he have his ring on? Wait, he did have his ring on. No, he didn't wear a ring, Iwa. He didn't want to. He didn't feel like it was important, probably at that age. He bought me a ring, but no, he didn't wear one. But I don't know. I was thinking about the time, like his friends got weird. Thank you, Silver Psychic. His friends, do you remember that Christmas party I told you guys we went to? We got married in October and we went to a Christmas party and his shitty jester friends were there and they were really rude to me. And I remember Wayne, his friend Wayne, was standing in the basement, like mixing a drink. And Wayne loved Fred, but he was so rude to me. Yeah, Yvonne. And Fred said, "Did you hear we got married?" And he said, "Yeah, I did." And he was like shaking this drink. And he said, I can't remember exactly what Fred said, but he said something like, then say hello to her and show her the respect she deserves, or something like that, or like show her the respect. Like he was really upset. And love you, Anna. You too, babe. Happy Easter. What do you think his relationship with the jesters was like? Oh, I think he had a great relationship. Fred was a jester for 50 years. He had a lot of jester friends. I knew Fred at the end when he didn't participate anymore. I couldn't tell you what Fred did. I would guess that he was a jester, probably like the rest of them, but I don't know. He had no interest in participating at the end. You know this. I mean, hey, Helen Merritt, I was like, don't you want to go? And he was like, nope, rather be with you. Been there, done that, right? But when we went to leave, Kestrel, his friends were shitty to me. And we went to leave that party. He wanted to leave. And I said, we don't have to leave. We just got here. And he said, we're leaving. And I said, Fred, I said, it's okay. And he said, it's not okay. And I said, but they're your friends. And he said, I'll get new friends. He was so pissed. But that's the kind of guy you want right there. That's the kind of guy. I'm rooting for you and I'm on your side. And Fred meant it. He fought for me. He cared about that. And that was that guy that did that, Wayne, that was Fred's closest friend. Closest friend. And he had no problem saying, I'm with her. And that felt so good. I was like, good Lord, like nobody had ever chosen me like that ever. I just realized that as I said it out loud. I had never been picked, not like that. Nobody had ever stood up for me like that and said, we're leaving because you were disrespected here in this space. And I'll never forget standing in their fancy house saying, Fred, we don't have to leave. They're your friends. And he growled and he said, I'll get new friends. He didn't even talk the whole ride home. He drove us home and we lived almost an hour away from that party. And he held my hand like he always did when he drove. He always held my hand when we would drive. Hey, love it. Mags, I love you. I know, Wanda. I know you know exactly who they are. And he didn't talk the whole ride home. He was just pissed. But I knew he wasn't pissed at me. He was holding my hand. I had never been chosen like that before, like to that degree. Like, I will fight for you. This is bullshit. I'm not going to put up with this. Even his friend, Wanda, do you know? I think Fred was friends with Wayne for at least probably 30 years. I know Wayne was younger. Wayne has since passed away, unfortunately. But Fred and Wayne were very close friends, and Fred did not put up with that kind of behavior. And I was just blown away that he had chosen me. And Ellie, you're right. Good night, Abigail. Thank you. I will. Thank you, Sassy. Wanda Park says Wayne and Fred were friends for 40 years. And that was the last time he had called Wayne. He had anything to do with Wayne. He didn't want anything to do with him. What do you mean, Iwa? I cannot believe it's been this long since Fred died. But I feel solid about that too. I feel like Fred is definitely around. Okay. I don't know what you mean, Iwa. Thank you, Caitlin T. Hey, Lydia. I don't fear death. I have loved people and people have loved me. Sounds like a life well lived. I don't need anything else. I love that, Mimi. Fred is certainly around. I definitely feel him. I feel him very close to me. I feel him protecting me all the time. I'm never worried about that. And he said, hey, Rose, he said, I'll see you on the other side. And he said specifically he would still be around. He said, I will still be around. And Fred knew he was going to heaven. I mean, he was a big believer in God, but he knew that. He knew that he would still be around, able to watch over me. It was pretty amazing. You know what's really crazy? I have the text still, made me think of it, from an OT8. When Fred died that night, maybe I don't. They're gone. Huh. I just looked at these texts recently. I wonder why they're gone. Okay, I don't have them. I lied. I had an OT8, Chris. Hey, Wharton Pistol. And he texted me about where he is. Can you go to the cemetery? Ellie, I can't. He's in Kansas City. But when I lived in Kansas City, I drove there all the time. And I felt like Fred would laugh at me because he'd be like, honey, I'm not here. And I would say that to him. I'd go, I know you're not here, but I loved your body. And I loved you playing piano. And I like to come honor your body. I've seen him zipping around in your live streams a few times. People have said that, Muffet Lou. I believe it. Thank you, Jellycats. This OT8, the night that Fred died, I reached out to him. And looking back, but still, he said some really kind words. He knew Fred. He knew him well. He was his chiropractor. I took Fred to get adjusted. And he was so nice, though. He said, he's doing just fine. He's okay. And I said, he is? He said, usually, this was weird. He goes, I'm having trouble locating him. That was the first thing he said. And I said, where is he? And he said, usually when people die, they go back to the place where they grew up for some reason. I don't know, looking back on that. And he said, I found him. He's right there with you. He said, he hasn't left. He's right there. And I'm choosing at the time to believe that because it brought me so much peace. And he said, he's right there with you. And he says, he's not going anywhere. And he says, he goes, he's just really, really worried about you. He said, and you're really worried about him. He said, you guys are just worried about each other. He said, he's freaking out because he's gone from the body. He said, but he's fine. He's okay. And he said, he's right there and he's not leaving. And he said, he wanted me to tell you that he's not leaving. And interesting. Yeah, Wanda. Reese, since the very beginning, you have had orbs floating around you. Totally, Fred. Yeah, Yvonne, I mean, whether or not that OT8 was correct, I have had, what do they call them? Mediums, right? I've had a lot of people from this channel say, I've seen him, like, and I don't need anybody to tell me that, by the way, anyway. Like, I don't need a Scientologist or a medium or anybody, as much as I appreciate it. I'm certain about one thing, me, and I'm certain about him. And I know that he's around. Like, I talk to him all the time. Every morning I have a big picture in front of me. When I wake up, I always look at him and wink because that's what he did to me. I always look at him and I wink and I tell him good morning. Hey, your birthday's tomorrow too. I forgot. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. So happy early birthday to you, Go the Greek. Fred gave up the jesters for you. Pamela? Yeah. He seems to have done that. Thank you for your super chat. I feel that way about my mom. I know she's around, no doubt. Absolutely. Like, you just know. I mean, it's cool to talk to psychics. It is fun, but I don't need that kind of reassurance. I'm not like, oh, he's here. Oh, thank God. I know he's here. I feel like that man, Fred, had a huge presence. Huge. That was a big presence of a man. And anybody that knew him would totally agree to that. I mean, he was so boisterous and loud and like you just knew he was there. And hey, Helena, and I believe, like, I don't know what happens when you die, but nobody's ever really gone. I know that. And why would he be any different in death than he was in life? He's still he's got that big presence and I feel it. Oh, wow, Chrissy Twig. Hey, Katie Fulton. I know, Katie. He's here, guys. He's here. Fred gave up the jesters. Yes. Thank you again for your super chat. Yes. He's here. I don't have any doubt. I don't have any doubts. I mean, it would be cool to have like a psychic on, like that would be kind of neat, but I'm not even so sure that he would react or respond to that. Like, I don't know how that works. Right. But yeah, Ellie, I don't need, like, do you guys remember the Cardinal? Do you remember the Cardinal on the day he died? Remember me showing you that? Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know how to find it though, and it'll take too long, and I don't want to make you guys wait. I wonder if I somehow put it in my... Look at him with Gertie. Look at that. Is that the cutest? Look at his little bald head. Look at his perfect teeth. I loved that man's teeth. And you know what I really loved? And he would go, oh, stop it. His ears. I love men with ears like this that stick out. Oh my God. Like, if you have ears like that, look at his ears. Is that the cutest thing you've ever seen? I took that picture and I made that his pamphlet picture on his funeral thing when I planned his funeral. Oh my God. Fred Harley. Look at how cute he is. Look at him all in his tux. Look at that ear. Oh my God. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Hey, DNV. I love this picture. Now, his hands looked like this because he was so old, but also he was on blood thinners. I don't know if you guys are aware. A lot of old people have I know you're going to see this and go, oh my God, his hands. They always looked like that. Anything like if you barely touched him, he'd bruise because he was on blood thinners. Oh my God. I love this picture. Is that so cute? Look at how cute he is. Look at his ears. Oh, I love that picture so much. Hey, Tammy. Oh, it's so cute. I can't get enough of Fred's face. I light up when I see pictures of him. Oh my god. Oh, this is sad. So this is Gary. This is Gary who died 6 years ago today. He loved Gary. Gary loved him, and he was so devastated when he died that he died 3 days later. That's Fred and Gary in heaven together looking like that right now, I bet. I loved his front teeth. Hey, Jessamine. Fred and Gary right there. I hope they're together. And then just real quick, I'll show you this one. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. That's how we wake up every day. No big deal. That's what we look like when we wake up. What cologne did Fred have on? Stetson. He wore Stetson. Yeah. Yeah, today is the death date of Gary. Anyway, I know he's around because on his death date, April 20th, I know, they're so cute together. He loved Gary. He was devastated when he died, and then I couldn't believe he died 3 days later. I just still can't believe it. I cannot believe. Honestly, guys, when I think about that, like when I think about how hard that was for me, that was so hard. 6 years ago today at like 6 in the morning, it was like everybody was about to get up. I was getting Huxley getting up for school. He wasn't up yet. And Gary was, he had congestive heart failure. He was on medication. He got diagnosed at 9. He died at 12. I was well aware of how things were going to go. The vet had to get it. He had to get checkups all the time. And I love that, Joe. And I was told how he would go if he were to go, if he dies that way of that, right? And it would sound like a washing machine, his heart and his chest. And it was wild. That's what was happening. It was happening on my chest. It was 6 in the morning. My sister lives here in Nashville, and her husband, they had 5 dogs at the time, little dogs. And she had a Chihuahua and he had a Chihuahua. And they were both old, Guinness and Mooney. And I called my sister at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I said, I think he's dying. I need to know. Like, is he dying? I don't know. Do you guys know? And Chris, my brother-in-law, is so amazing. He's so sweet. He's so calming. He's got a very calming demeanor. And Brianna doesn't. She's like me. She's actually worse than me. She's more like, oh my God. Like she freaks out. He's the opposite. And so she was like, what's he doing? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And Chris was like, shh. He was like, if he's dying, let's be peaceful with her. And oh my God, I went outside because Fred was next to me sleeping. Huxley wasn't up yet. And I had a tiny house. This was my house that I owned. And I went outside. This was April 17th. It wasn't cold. I remember going out into my driveway and I walked all the way up to the top of my driveway so I could be loud. And I said, I think they're dying. Hey, Laura Lee, I think he's dying. And she goes, okay, walk us through why you think that. Like, what's going on? Because I said, I can't get to a vet right now. I mean, they're not open. I could have gone to Blue Pearl, but I didn't. And I said, the vet warned me what would happen. And I said, his chest is like a washing machine and he's struggling and he's looking into my eyes. And I was like, I just know, I just feel it. And I'll never forgive myself for this, by the way. Like, I don't think I've ever talked about this and I don't think I've ever processed it because Fred died 3 days later. So I didn't really get a chance to grieve him. I'm so angry to this day with myself. Like, I'm so mad. It's precious time. I will never get the fuck back. And I'm still so mad at myself for this. Why did I think that I had time to step outside and talk on the phone when he's in there dying? How much time do you think you have when someone's actively dying? So I go outside and I waste all this fucking time, like 20 minutes, on the phone. And I'm so pissed at myself. I'm like, why didn't I have the common sense to go sit with my little boy who was dying? Like, why didn't I do that? So I went back inside. And Fred was still sleeping. And he was waiting for me to die. And I looked at him and he looked at me and he took 3 breaths. He went, and he just fell over. And I was like, oh my God. And I said, he just died. And I was still on the phone. And Brianna went, oh my God. And Chris went, shh. He said, be quiet. Let her. He just died. He was like, be quiet. And I felt so guilty about that. Why did I leave him? Why did I leave him? And what an honor, right? Like, I'm sorry to make you guys sad. I didn't mean to get into this, but I'm actually glad I'm doing it because today's the day that he died. But what an honor. What a true test to our relationship that he waited. He waited. He took 3 breaths. He waited. The second I walked in that room, he did 3 breaths and just keeled over. And I was like, thank you for waiting for me. And I'm so sorry I wasted time. He sat there suffering while I was outside on the phone. But it was the same thing with Fred. Fred said goodbye to me. And he was like, I'll see you on the other side. And I said, Fred, you're not dying today. Sure enough, he died. He checked out. He was done. And it was the same thing. Like, I thought that I had hours. I thought that I was going to be able to take him to a vet. Like, I thought that we had time. And we didn't have time. But what a true test of love that he waited for me. Like, that's incredible to me. I'll never forget that. But I'm still so angry that I did that. It was so selfish of me. Like, those are my kids. My animals are my kids. And I feel very strongly about that. And the fact that I just left him and went outside, like, makes me feel like a shitty person, a selfish person. But I've learned from it, right? And I've learned that time is precious and you just don't know. And this is why we don't do hate content over here, because time is precious. And I've wasted 38 years of it in a cult. And I'm here to grow and I'm here to learn and love and blanket people with that and inspire people and make friends, because we don't know how much time we have. And I'm not wasting it on stupid shit. But I am sad that I try not to be too angry with myself. I got him at 8 or 9 weeks old, and I had him for 12 years. I had him for 12 years. We really went through a lot together. He was amazing. He was a really, really close friend of mine. Gary the Chihuahua, and Huxley used to laugh. He was not very well potty trained, and it drove me nuts. He was like 4 pounds, but he would piss me off. And I would say to him, I'd go, it makes me mad that you won't speak English to me. You only speak in your Hispanic native tongue. And I wish that you would learn English so that you would understand that you can't pee in the house. And I would talk to him in his accent, and it was so cute. And Huxley would laugh. I go, he won't listen to me because he doesn't want to learn English. Gary was amazing. He was so cute. He was so sweet. He had such a personality. Gary! And my vet that I took him to when I first brought him in, she put gloves on. She ended up being a friend of mine. Her name's Brooke. She put gloves on. And I said, what are you doing? And she goes, Chihuahuas are the meanest dogs. That's where I have my scars. And I said, what? And she goes, I call them Mexican land sharks. She said, that's what I call these dogs. And she was like, I'm not fucking around. I put gloves on with Chihuahuas. And I said, he doesn't bite. So then the whole time she took care of him through the years, she was like, Gary. And she would hold him and she was like, this is the sweetest Chihuahua I've ever dealt with. Apparently Chihuahuas are kind of known for being, yeah, he would use pee pads, Rain. I had to put pee pads down. You were bitten by one, Dawn? I didn't know Chihuahuas can be snippy. Like I didn't ever have a problem. Gary was the sweetest. It is important that we all show love and spread joy to others right now. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed to any of us. I love you too, Liz. I love you so much, girl. It's so true. To think that people waste time, precious time, being hateful or mean or bullying or laughing at or ridiculing, criticizing, lying about. It's so stupid, but that is their time to waste. Let's be honest. I mean, thank you for your super chat, Liz. It's their time to waste. I can confirm they are land sharks. Yeah, Kestrel. Kestrel works for vets. Gary was not like that. Thank you, Liz. It's true. I'm not going to waste my time. That's all that matters to me. People can waste their time all they want. Yeah, Yvonne. But that was crazy. It was crazy. So then he died. And I call my boss and I tell her he just died. And she goes, yeah, I'm over mean, hateful people. Same, West Coast Fancy Nancy. My boss goes, well, I'm still going to need you to come in. And I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, I'm going to need you to be here. And I said, okay. So I went and dropped his body off at the vet to be cremated. And I went to work. And that was a Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. I love that, April. 18 months seizure free. Yes, you have. I love you too, April. That's amazing news. I loved you for your whole life and I'll miss you for the rest of mine. That's sweet, Killy Billy. I love that. Trixie, happy Friday Eve, y'all. I'm behind. I'm way behind. Wanted to say this. Reese, thank you for building this community through all the bullshit. I've learned so much from you in this chat and grown so much. Thank you all. Trixie, I love you. That is such a nice thing to say. It's very validating. Thank you for being a member, babe. We love you. Yeah, it was gross, Caitlin. It was absolutely bizarre. She's the same boss that when Fred died, I took a week off to plan his funeral, and it was a lot. I don't know what that means, Kestrel. And I took the whole week off. Fred's funeral was Friday of that week. Okay. And by Monday morning, I texted her Saturday and I said, I'm going to need to take one more day off. I need Monday off, like the funeral was too much. I had a visitation on Thursday and I had a funeral for him on Friday. It wiped me out. And I thought the weekend isn't going to be enough. Like I need a 3-day weekend to just decompress. She wrote me back and said, no. She said, no, I'm sorry. I only had you off for the week. She was like, you're going to need to be here. And I was there. And what was wild was her dad died like 2 months later and she took 2 weeks off. And my mom and I both were like, what an asshole. She took 2 weeks off, which is understandable. Losing your father is probably a huge deal. I don't know that with my dad being such a bad person, but it's so funny how people do that, isn't it? It is what it is. But I was like, really? I really struggled when Fred died. I did not expect him to die. I was not expecting him to die. I wasn't expecting my dog to die. Like it all just happened to be too much. In a week, it was too much for me to process. And planning a funeral, by the way, I know a lot of you have done it. Yeah, it was Caitlin T. I know a lot of you have planned a funeral. It is not easy to do. Planning out an entire funeral and then seeing and talking to all the people. Yeah, Laura Lee, seeing and talking and shaking hands and hugging people and standing up there at a visitation was a lot. It wiped me out. And I was up there by myself. That was awkward too. Like I wasn't up there with Fred's family. They didn't even come to the visitation. I wasn't up there with friends. I didn't have any friends. So I was literally up there at this visitation, like shaking people's hands, hugging all these people who knew Fred that I had never met because they never came in to say hi to him at the end. And it was so awkward for me. It was so awkward for me and just wore me out. I was like, this is so much. And then the next day we had the funeral and it just wore me out. And then the burial was really hard for me. And I was like, this is so wild. And my dog just died. My dog died, and the day that Fred died, that Saturday, they called and they were like, your dog's ashes are ready. Fred died that day. He was actively dying. And I was like, this is too much. This is too much. So the point is, the reason I talked about this whole story, it's now been 6 years, and I can get through it without too many tears. I can talk about it. I didn't really talk about Gary much. That experience, I didn't get to experience because then Fred got bad and died. But I will say, going through that, like, and we talked about earlier, people who have beat cancer, people who have gone through life-changing events, whether it be in your own life or being affected by your life, like a loss, like losing Fred and Gary, that really changes you. And it does make you stronger, but it also makes you, like, even now more than ever, it makes me see I am on the right path. I am making the right choices. I am never going to bite back. I'm not going to attack people as much as they want me to. Like, life is more about living, not hating, not tearing other people down. Like, that's just not where it's at. It's not a natural place for me to be. It's a dirty, uncomfortable, dark place. Thank you, Jessamine. And I had to live that kind of life in Scientology, and it never felt normal or natural to fight people, to hurt people, to ridicule people. I won't do it now. I am no longer in that place. I'm not in that state of mind. You can fight and bite and poke and kick all you want. It's bull bait, and I won't take the bait anymore. Especially when I look back on that story, I think I have too many things I want to do and accomplish. And honestly, Fred is guiding me through that. I'm too busy trying to be great. I'm too busy trying to help people. If that makes sense. Like, it makes you really put things into perspective about what's important. It does. Life is short. None of us know. So whether you're the one going through the cancer or somebody's illness, or if you're going through something, or you're holding someone's hand that's going through something, your spouse, your mom, your dad, like my dad, you just really put it into perspective. Hey, pepperoni nips. Yes, right here. Learning to live after loss is a huge challenge, but we learn how precious life is if we process that grief in a healthy way. That's right. And you know what I did? The hospice company offered this, and I took it, and nobody knew about it in Scientology. I didn't tell anybody. Huxley, thank you, Julia. That's so kind. Thank you for becoming a member. Huxley, we had just lost. So on February 17th, you can't really see her. See her in the background there? That's Carmela. Looks like Kid, but she's a lot skinnier. She died February 17th of renal failure. I had to take her to a Blue Pearl vet. February 17th, she died. April 17th, Gary died unexpectedly. April 20th, Fred died. 3 deaths in our house. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think I've ever told you guys that. Huxley was 9, 8. That was way too heavy. And as much as the Church of Scientology was like, you need to bring him in. You need to bring him in for a loss of a person. This is a lot of loss. You know what I did? The hospice company that took care of Fred, they offered for months a grief counselor for Huxley. I never told anybody in Scientology about that. I would have been crucified for that. But we had, hey, Lemster. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. That's what we're talking about right now, Lemster. Your uncle just died of a massive heart attack. You just don't know. His funeral is Tuesday, and I'm so anxious. I bet you are. I love you, Lemster, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for your loss. That's horrible. Massive heart attack, guys. You just don't know. So you know what? You should be fucking nice. Moral of the story. Just be nice. And if you hate somebody, or you don't like the way they live their life, or you don't like how they do their hair, maybe just keep it to yourself. maybe just be nice. Just be nice anyway. Maybe just go, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not going to attack it. It's not in my lane and I just don't care. It's not worth my time. I got him a grief counselor and we loved her. And she came over once a week and she worked with Huxley for an hour. And it was really special. And I don't know if he would remember it, but I thought it was great. I didn't tell anybody in Scientology. Nobody knew that. And I was no longer married. So, I was the only person in the house. And she worked with Huxley. And I'm convinced that helped him. I'm convinced that whatever, counselors are trained for that. Whatever toolbox that they have, tools to give you. He was a little guy. Huxley was little, but I'm proud that I did that. And I'm glad that I did that. I felt like I was at the end of my rope. I was like, I can't help him right now. I can't give him a loss of a person assist. I don't know where I am right now on planet Earth. I was barely holding the fuck on when Fred died and my dog died. I was like, I don't even know what day it is. I just remember being in such a fog. I had no idea. I wonder if I can find this picture really fast. Give me a second, you guys. I'm scrolling so I don't have to look because it's a ways down. Yeah, here it is. Okay, no one make fun of how I look because this was a bad night for me and my hair and my face was super chubby. This was our last date together. This was April 5th. He was fine. He was just fine. We had just come out of a restaurant. He always had a toothpick in his mouth. I told you guys, I still have his toothpicks in my car. I won't get rid of them. He always had a toothpick in his mouth after we would eat, and he put them in the little side pocket thing of the door, and I'm not ready to get rid of them. I know that's weird, but they bring me like calm. That was April 5th. He died April 20th. He was fine. He was doing just fine. That's my point. You don't know. You don't know. Hold on. I was going to try to find another one. Look at how cute. Look at how cute he is. That was our wedding day. I know I've shown this before. Fred was so attractive to me. Did he look 95 to you? I never thought he looked 95. He just didn't to me. But I mean, that's maybe just me looking through my eyes. Look at how cute this is. Look at how smiley he is there. That was on our wedding day. He's so cute. This was the day of that party that we left. This was before we went into the party, so he was in a good mood. That was a Christmas party we went to. He doesn't look 95. Yeah, that's my natural hair color. I don't think he looks 95. I love that picture. I love that picture of him. Was Fred the first person you ever felt absolutely unconditional love from? Absolutely 100%. No one ever loved me as much as Fred unconditionally. Guys, this is so funny. This is November 22nd, 2018. I posted this on Facebook. It says, the oldest Black Friday shopper out tonight. Nothing slows down Fred. We were at Target at like 2 a.m. Black Friday shopping. He wanted to go with me. So he got one of those cart things to ride around in. And I wrote, the oldest Black Friday shopper. How cute is that? He's so cute. Look at him at Huxley's school. He went with us everywhere. Look at him at Huxley's school event. Look at how cute. Oh, I'm so fat. I hate it. I don't even want to show these, but they are on my Facebook. He doesn't look 95, does he? Dude was fast. He didn't need any assistance with anything. He was quick. He was so cute. Oh my God. I love looking at pictures of Fred. Look at Halloween. Oh my God. So cute. He went trick-or-treating with us. Fred was, everybody said he was like, people were like, Fred is, you wouldn't know. He's so active. But he would say to me all the time, I feel like a teenager when I'm with you. We made out all the time. I'm not trying to gross you guys out. We made out and kissed all the time. Didn't gross me out. It didn't gross me out, but I was married to him. This is one of my favorite pictures. This is a picture that was accidentally taken. I don't know what the word. I do have some younger pictures of him. I need to bring those in here. Look at this picture. This was what's a photo that's like accidentally taken? Like you didn't know it was going to be taken? I don't know. This picture I love so much. This was our wedding day. I love that picture. Candid photo. We were together a few years, like 3 years, Marissa Martin. This one too. I didn't really expect that to be taken. I love that picture. I'm sorry, you guys. I get so excited though. I get so excited. I'm going to have Kathy Ann put his videos back up of him playing piano because his death date is Sunday and I want to play. This is one of my favorite pictures of us. We were going to a wedding. We went out and about all the time. Like this wasn't an old man sitting at home. We went everywhere. Look at how cute this picture is. I loved his blue eyes. He had the sexiest ocean blue eyes. I love that picture of us. Oh, he was so, look at his big giant ears. Oh my God. I love it so much. I miss him so much. Sometimes I get mad about that. I'm like, I miss you so much, Fred. I want to sit here and talk to you so bad. I have so much to say, and I say it, but I miss him so much. Look at how cute this is. We took a weekend together and we went to a spa. We didn't get massages, but we went into their little, it was called the Grotto. And we went in and did like sugar scrubs. And I was like scrubbing all of his dead skin. And they had a steam shower. How cute is that? Oh my God. Hey, Vicki Andrews. And he got in the pool. And I said, swimming. I said, look at this cute little lobster. He's 95. That man was 95. Didn't act like it. You wouldn't have known. And he laughed every single time someone would go, is that your grandpa? And I would go, it's my great grandpa. And then I'd go, come on, grandpa. This was on my birthday. He took me out. Look at how cute he is. He looks good in every color. Fred was very strong. He had a lot of muscle. Look at how cute he is. I loved to kiss that face. The day he died, you would not believe how many times I was kissing him. I just couldn't stop kissing him. He was in that hospice bed and I was just grabbing his head and I was just kissing every little part of his head. Look at these two. Gertie knew Gary. Look at that. Gary! Gertie and her brother, Gare Bear. I have a lot of good memories, and I'm very lucky. Do you want to see a little boy holding a chicken on the farm when he came to visit grandma? Look at Huxley when he was little. You guys want to see some cute shit here? Holding his chicken. Whoa! Look at this. Look at my child. Is that the cutest face you've ever seen? Look at how cute Huxley was. That's an angel face. Okay. Hi. Whoa. Look at your beautiful hairs. Punky had a bath. Is he so cute? Huxley was the cutest little boy. And then I'll just share you this one. This was me and mom. And I just want everyone to know that even then I accessorized, okay? Here's me in my pink dress with my pink headband, and notice my necklace and my lipstick. I just want you to know about it. I think I was 4. I just want you guys to know that even then people were calling me for fashion advice. And I just think you should know that even then I had people calling me up all the time asking me for fashion advice. You're welcome. Somebody had her yearly bath, and she's feeling right now. Are you still upset or no? You feel better? You feel better. It feels good, doesn't it? We're going to put on a new Seresto collar. She's pretty upset, Sophia. Guys, I know this was a long show. We've been doing some long ones. Thank you for being here with me. Oh my God, isn't he so cute? Huxley is so effing cute when he was little. He was so cute. Oh my God. Look at me and Gertie and Gary. How cute is that? Do you remember your brother? Oh, it's so cute, you guys. There's me and Huxley's dad and Huxley. That's rare. Me and Michael and Hux. Look at his little Argyle sweater. Stop it. Oh my God. I wish I was up on and hip on things and I could click on pictures and actually show them, but I can't. So sorry about that, everybody. Oh my God. He was so cute. Huxley was so cute. You know, sometimes I think about it. Maybe I should have had more children. Oh, good Lord. Even I was cute there. Oh, that was at my sister's wedding. How cute is that? Look at his little outfit. Holy Lord. Is that the cutest child you've ever seen? He's so cute. So cute. Maybe I should have had more kids. My uterus is closed, but wow. I mean, I'm kind of proud of that. That was a cute kid. I don't make ugly children. There's Michael. This is my husband. This is my first husband. I'm going to put you back down now, Liddy. Look at how cute he was. When he had facial hair, I didn't like it. He had vampire teeth. Michael is so cute. Here, I'll make it smaller so you can see it. Look at how cute Michael was. He's alive. Is he adorable? That's why we have a cute kid. Isn't he adorable? Michael was really attractive. He has good hair. That's why Huxley has such good hair too. See his vampire teeth? Yeah, I could be a surrogate. That's a way to make some bank. Look at his vampire teeth. Do you guys think he looks like Huxley? He's really good looking. Michael is super cute. I don't typically pick uglies. Yeah, he's cute. Look at us there. We were happy. We just weren't in love. He was my closest friend. And he's 6'3". I had heels on in that picture. He is really attractive. Michael's a good looking dude. He was a Scientologist, Mags. He's cute, isn't he? Yeah. One time I was at my old job and look at how tall Michael is. He's cute too. He dresses really cute. That's his brother. Look at how tall. Michael's really tall. One time I was at my old job. I don't pick uglies. One time I was at my old job and look at him with Gary and Gertie. He's a cute guy. He's super tall and thin. He's out of Scientology now. Yeah, he's very tall, Katie. He's 5 years younger than me. One time I was at my old job and I showed a picture of Michael to a guy I was working with. And I said, "This is my husband, Michael." And he goes, "That's your husband?" And I said, "Yeah." And he went, "No offense, but how?" And I was like, "Really? You're a dick. Look at these two at the pumpkin patch." Yeah, he's really tall. Michael's super tall. He's really cute. I should go to Kansas City and see him. I've been talking about wanting to go to Kansas City. Look how ugly I am. I had bangs. I'm embarrassed to show this, but it's on my Facebook if you're Facebook friends with me. Michael was really cute. I should go to Kansas City. I should go see him. And in Gary's honor, you guys, I just lost it. I was going to show you the cutest picture of Gary. Did everybody leave? Oh, there's still people here? I'm kind of surprised you guys are still here, to be honest. I'm sorry. I've just kind of been in my own world now at this point, showing this stuff. Michael was really cute. Is he the cutest guy I've been with? I think he kind of is. Look at Gary. Look at Gary. Gary. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Me too, Katie Fulton. Oh my God. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I kind of got lost. I forgot about Michael. I don't think about him very much. Not in a bad way. I just don't think about him. But he was a very sweet guy, and we had a nice marriage. We really did. We were good friends. And he really loved me. Michael was very, very loyal to me. He's cute in a hat. He's really cute. He dressed cute too. Isn't he cute? I'm very thankful for the people I've had in my life. I've learned something from all of them. Look at this is one of my favorite pictures. God, my face was so fat. Is it still that fat? No, because I was heavier here. I know I was. I was a lot. I was like 30, 40 pounds heavier here. Look at Halloween. Huxley was a shark when we went trick-or-treating. Look at how cute that is. Yeah, he is hot. I also like how tall he was. Thank you, Angie. That's so sweet. In honor of Gary the Chihuahua. Thank you, Ange. I'm looking forward to next weekend with you, babe. Yeah, we were cute. I miss Michael. I miss him not as a husband. I miss him just as my friend. Look at somebody's school picture. Oh my, look at the hands in the pockets. Is that even real? Look at that child. Is he so cute? He's a nice mix of me and Michael. How cute. Stop it. Hello, country club. Oh my God. Prepster. Look at his little toy in his hand with his boat shoes. Do you have tennis lessons later? Are you a realtor on your third divorce? Stop it. Oh, I love this picture of me and Michael. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Mrs. Hunty. I'm glad you were here. He was really cute. That's why I say I'm glad that he's Huxley's father. I really am. I'm really happy that he's Huxley's dad. That's an ugly picture of me. So I blew up so you don't see my face. But look at how cute he is. He's a sweet guy. He's a really sweetheart of a guy. I have to tell you, I feel incredibly sorry for Michael because of his shitty parents. And they really did a number on him in Scientology. And here you go. That's the quote. I posted this years and years ago. Don't hate what you don't understand. Don't hate what you don't understand. Yeah. Does Huxley have a good relationship with Michael? He does. He does. They're just, Michael's never really been super, super involved because of his own problems. Michael has his own problems. Guys, the last one I'll show you, he has very kind eyes. Michael is such a sweet man and he loves animals and he's so soft-spoken. He's amazing. Look at Huxley's hair before he ever got a haircut. Michael has big curly hair. If he grows it out, that's where he got his hair. That's my child before he ever got a haircut. Is that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Everybody said he looked like Robert Plant. Is that so cute? Get out of here. I didn't want to cut his hair. Reese, I was Facebook stalking you a couple of days ago, and there was a picture of you and Jeff, the cellist, on his shirt. I'm sure there was. I'm sure there's more than one. Oh my God. Look at Michael's hair here. This tells you how. This is how Michael's hair looks when he grows it out. Look at how sexy. I always thought this was such a sexy picture of Michael. He loves Bob Dylan. And I was like, you look like like a young Bob Dylan here. Look at how cute that is. That was for Christmas pictures. We were taking Huxley to get his picture with Santa. Isn't Michael sexy as shit looking there? He looks like doesn't he look like he reminds me of like Chris Cornell. He looks, I always thought Michael looked like a famous singer. Doesn't he look like he's in a band? He looks like he's in a band. Like, to me, that looks like a celeb. I always thought, I was like, he looks like somebody that like is in a band. Maybe you disagree with me, but isn't he cute? Michael is really cute. That's so cute, you guys. I'm glad I have these pictures. Makes me want to go to Kansas City, though. You want to see my dad holding me at 2 years old? And then we'll stop. I feel like this is getting awkward. Yeah, I agree, Katie. This is my dad holding me. I've shown this before. This is how much he cares about children, by the way. I don't think he can sing. I don't think he's much of a singer. I want you guys to notice the cigarette in the mouth, the fish in one hand, and the baby in the other. And then a shirt that says Nooners, in and out in minutes. I wish I had that t-shirt. That's my father holding me at 2 years old. Hey, Cheryl Roberts. Nice shorts, by the way. I like those shorty shorts. That's Gene Wally. I like the smoke hanging out. That's class. But to be fair, it was the 80s. Like, who didn't? I mean, you only got two hands, right? One of them's got to hold a cigarette. I know. It's pretty wild. The good old day. Let's do one more for Gary's honor. Look at Michael and Gary. Look at Michael's hair was crazy when he didn't cut it. That's how Huxley had that crazy ass hair. Yeah. I mean, you only got two hands, right? One of them's going to hold a cigarette. That's for sure. How cute, you guys. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we went through these. Like, I wasn't cute, but look at how cute he was. He was cute, Katie Fulton. He was cute. Look how tall he was. We were at a wedding in Omaha. He was really attractive. Michael was very good looking. When I walked into the Church of Scientology and he was sitting there working at the reception desk, I was like, Michael Argis? I hadn't seen him since he was 9 years old. No, that's not true. I think he was 10 or 11, but I hadn't seen him since then. And he was 6'3", and I was like, holy tall drink of water. Like, yes, that works for me. That works for me. That absolutely works for me. He was really cute. Michael was really cute. I'm thankful that I had him. I'm really thankful that I had him. He was a good person. I keep saying was. He's alive, but I mean, My marriage to him was not bad, and he treated me nicely. He was a good person. Guys, I'm glad we did this. I hope it wasn't too weird for you. Once I get going on pictures and videos, I can't stop. Is he remarried or dating? He has a girlfriend. Yeah, he has a girlfriend. He doesn't seem that happy to me. I don't know if it's because of their relationship. I know nothing about their relationship. I would not speak to their relationship, but he just seems unhappy in life. And that's why, I'd like to go to Kansas City and give him a hug and just tell him I'm rooting for him and I'm always here for him and I'll always be his friend. I really care about Michael a lot. And I know that he did not recover from the trauma of Scientology like I did. He has not been able to recover at all from the trauma of that. And I always wanted to be able to help him. And no such luck. But I really do hope the best for Michael. He's got a huge heart. He's a good person. Picture tells 1,000 words, old Charlie. Yes. And we were happy. Every time you say it, Armine, I don't have a topic. So this is going to be a short stream. What time is it? 7:00. I have not eaten in 24 hours now. That's crazy. Is his brother in or out? His brother is very much a Scientologist. He's a hardcore Scientologist. He was in the Sea Org, and he's out now because they have kids. But him and his wife are hardcore Scientologists, and they live in Clearwater. Biggie Cat, yeah. Michael is out of Scientology. Yes. And both of his parents are still in. Guys, his parents are Doug and Brenda Argis, Huxley's grandparents, who just never talked to him again. I will, Liz. Don't worry. I'm going to go cook dinner. All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me through this. Please hit subscribe. YouTube unsubscribes you. And thank you for sticking with me. This was a fun stream. I'm really glad we did this. I love going down memory lane with you guys. It's meaningful that you sit with me through it and talk about it. Thank you, Taiti and Topsy. Yes. Everybody have a good evening. I may do an earlier stream tomorrow. If I don't, it's because it's my mom's birthday. I won't be here in the evening, but I might hit an earlier afternoon stream. If not, I will be back Saturday. I love you guys. Happy Good Friday tomorrow. That means something to me now this year more than it ever has. So I love you guys. And thank you for your support tonight. Thank you for lifting me up. I mean it. Thank you for being with me. All right, here comes Fred, everybody.